Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Contest of Speed EU2 Round 5. We're at Imola this week. It's a very sunny Imola at the moment. We've currently had a few minutes of qualifying. Apologies for leaving you guys on mute and watching Cygate and King Luke for the last few minutes. 19 drivers this evening, which is fantastic for EU2. We get finally getting those numbers up. We just need EU1 attendance and drivers to improve for Thursday. Who are the new drivers, you'll be asking? So J5 Gaming is in the McLaren, replacing Austin the Monkey this evening. Barry is in the Red Bull for Enzon. Enzon's going to be our full-time driver there as of next week. We have the new a new driver in Postal, who is alongside his teammate Pipetech in the Aston Martin. And then the final change for this evening is that Rob is in the Williams, and that is for Tay. So pretty much a full grid for EU2, which is great to see. Mirror has gone to a 15.1 and is leading the way once again. Chevy, good evening. Hakala, hello sir. Hope all is well. Should be a good one this evening, especially when I've heard that there could be a little bit of moisture about for the race this evening. I'm alright. I'm not so bad. I've just found out some news regarding my surgery. I've got to go back in on the 12th of September to have everything removed, so I am on the mend. Raced in EU1 on Thursday, which was interesting because I was like 2.5 seconds off the pace, which is not ideal. But I'm able to do commentary for these guys. Should be pretty good. Dougie is on a lap. At the moment, Jones, hello sir. Hello, hello, hello. I'd say congratulations on last week. This week, easy, light work for you. Light work for you. Hopefully, Imola this week should be a little bit more interesting. Hopefully, we'll find out. Sorry, I was on my phone as well. Just trying to 50. Yeah, well, mirror's just. Yeah, that's what I thought. And don't wheel. Dougie finishing his at 18.1. Nell Boy is on, hopefully going to put down his first time lapped of this evening. Yeah, alright. Clever clogs. Oh, look at me, I'm amazing. I'm winning in PSG. It's alright, no, Taco, I'm sorry, I do miss you as my commentating partner. And I'm sure Jones miss you as his teammate. As Nell Boy is currently off at the moment. Cygate is improving. I'm going to go to someone else. Havoc Connor returned last week, just matching his middle sector. Wow, it all looks a bit jittery out there, which is not ideal because that suggests that's my internet, not theirs. And Havoc Connor is going to finish his lap, I think. No. I'm hoping that was just Havoc Connors. He did look a little bit like it was just Havoc Connors. Cool. X427's done a 16.0. Ooh. But Mirror leads the way, was very good last week and looks to be one of the guys that's probably going to be pushing for this title. Well, yeah, that involves doing the pace test though, and I know you're pretty allergic to doing that though, Hacker. I'm waiting for him to nibble back and see if he's going to say something. There you go. No, the thing is, if you do it now, probably means you don't have to do it again for the rest of the game. So if you do fancy coming back, then I can literally just put you straight into where I need to put you. Yeah, we all know where you place, but it's out of principle. I'll get told off otherwise. People will give me funny looks. Just give me something. I'll negotiate. Let's see how Tichy's doing. X427's teammate on a lap here at the moment. I will get the track map and also the points for you guys that I can tell you whilst they're changing setups between qualifying and the race, because it's got pretty close once again. The guys race at Imola this week. They are then where they are next week. They are at Bahrain, and then we take a week break between Bahrain and Singapore, so between round 6 and round 7. So the week of the 25th of August we won't be racing. Just an FYI for everybody. Imola is a stunning track. Tichy has just gone into second, so Mira's out there by 6/10, but took the first couple of rounds to get going, but he showed dominance last week, and hope he can probably look to make that same stamp on it this week. However, we did see that inclement weather isn't necessarily his strongest suit, but we will wait and see, because apparently there is a lot of rain around. How's Postal getting on? As for the second run of the session, or the final run of the session actually, because we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining as he heads down to Aqua Minerale through 11, 12 and 13. Pretty nice, neat and tidy. Variante Outer. Very similar style to Monza, this circuit, in terms of very fast straights and some fast sweeping corners, with a few chicanes chucked into it through Ravats of 17 and 18, and then cross the line. And he's looking to improve, but quite a bit down. I think he backed out and he's going to go again. I'd like to get on board with Barry and see how he is for a lap round Imola then. So DRS across the start-finish line as we head down towards turn 1 and the Variante Tamburello, which has now got a chicane in it compared to that of the 90s and the noughties after Senna's death. Through the Variante Villeneuve 5 and 6, very hard to try and get the car rotated in and change that direction. Tozer of 7 before we run up to hill for what Martin Brunner would call it, an arrive and drive corner of Piratella. Oh, missed the apex, understeering quite a bit, and yeah, backed out, not good enough this time around. We'll head towards who is on a lap. Bye, Hacko. We'll see you soon, hopefully. The Summers is a lot of guys backing out of laps and going in. Postal did a 16.2, so it improved there. Sygate is not improving. Havoc Connor is improving, 6 steps up through the first sector. And another couple of attempts. Oh, carried a bit too much speed by the looks of things into Variante outer. Possibly going to pick up a nice little bit of toe from the car in front, but that's now going to go. Oh, that Williams has decided to run off. Havoc Connor will be one of the first few to cross the line then, and it is going to be a 16-0, so proved in the final sector. What can some of the guys do out front? Tichy just about keeps it in between the lines there. We'll go towards where is Moncho? Moncho's backed out. Barry is not improving. Tichy then currently occupied. Oh, he's cut the corner though, and that's an invalidation as soon as I jump to him. What is D Summers doing? D Summers is improving. Can he get into the 1:15s, keeping it just about within the lines then through Riavats up and across the line? No, he doesn't improve. Barry's improving by 1/10.5. And can he get there to leapfrog? Not Tichy, but also can he leapfrog Pipetech? Pipetech's put in a strong 15.5, and so does Barry. 15.5 for Barry as well. Dougie has entered the pits, and that will conclude qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Wait for Dougie to enter the pit lane. I'm just gathering the results from last week and this the current points tally. So Mirror on pole once again by a little bit of a margin. We'll see how the race goes in that case. Barry in second, strong showing once again from our reserve. We're probably going to make him full-time as of next week. Pipetech, and then Tichy. Moncho's up there again. Havoc Connor in 6th. X427 in 7th. So good qualifying for the Kick Sabres. J5 Gaming on debut in P8. P9 for D Summers. P10 for Postal on debut. Sygate. Shane's up in 12th. We'll be happy with qualifying. Andre, Luke, RS, Rob, Panda, Dougie and Nailboy didn't really set a competitor that. I think struggled a little bit. Track limits look like they're going to be an issue during this race. They usually are around here. However, the curbs tend to bite. It's not monsoon-like conditions like we saw in Brazil a few weeks ago, but it is definitely intermediate conditions by the looks of things out there. It is a light spitting of rain at the moment, so these guys will be throwing on the intermediate tyres. Hopefully we'll get some kind of, either it will go wet or it will go dry at some point during the race, just to give us some variety. But whilst they are choosing their setups, etc., I can give you some information regarding the championship. So EU2 at the moment, we have a joint lead. We've got Mira and Moncho on 40 points. D Summers on 36. Austin, who's not here on tonight, is on 35. The Kick Sabres, Liner Stern on 33 points each. Pipetech's on 32 and Barry's on 30. So it's pretty close considering we are 4 rounds in. This being the 5th round. Everybody that has raced in EU2 has scored a point, so that is fantastic news. And lots of people have done 3 or 4 of the races so far, so we'll move on to the constructors later on in the race when we have a lull in proceedings. However, we're about to start. Draw, and we have 5 lights, and tiptoe and away we go for round 5 of the EU2 Championship, and Mira leads away from Barry. We're going to get quite close to Constantina effect down into turn 1. We always see an instant down into turn 1 when we come to Imola, and this week is still no exception. That is a Williams of Rob Boy running wide, Nell Boy is still pointing in the right direction, which is good. Other than that, we've got a bit of gap down to Pipe Tech already. So Mirror and Barry have already pulled up 2 seconds over everybody else through the first sector as they tiptoe around. Havoc Connor is out. I have no idea how or why or what's going on. I don't know where that is. It's not saying anything. Oh my god, he's there somewhere. I have no idea. We'll find out. But there's no safety car or VSC at the moment. Saigo's got a 10-second time penalty for ignoring the yellow flag. I think that may be harshly done by. So these two lead the way. Big gap over Pipe Tech now. As we're about to complete first lap. We will head to see how the position changes have done. Sygate, Andre, Shane, all up quite a few number of places. J5 game is down a few places on debut. D Summers looks to be in the pits and probably changing a front wing by the looks of things. Mirror is going away from Barry. I'm going to be interested to see what they are changing the front wing. They are going to change the front wing, and it is a set of intermediates. Panda is in for a front wing change as well. Loads of big movers, loads of not so big movers. X427 Postal going for it. Postal's going to try and hang it down the inside into Toza. Oh, a bit of a block check pass possibly, but all still pointing in the right direction. It doesn't look like it's raining too hard out there, possibly trying to stop. So we may not be far away from dry conditions at the moment. As we watch this battle for P9 being closely fought. Barry has responded to Mirror and has got the gap down to 2.5, a quarter of a second. Meanwhile, Andre and Sygate ahead of Andre into turn 1. Tichy a little bit slow on the exit there, and Sygate could be looking at trying to get another move further back. Rob got past Dougie over P14. We do see the guys down there. The Variante Villeneuve seems to be the chicane that's causing a little bit of issues for drivers so far. But yeah, as we said, Mirror's dropped that gap back out quite a bit to Barry on this lap. So we have a DRS train from Tichy all the way down to King Luke in P11. Chevy in 12th is not too far behind. And it's pretty close actually from P5 all the way down. D Summers and Red Panda both pitted and changed front wing. That's why they are languishing near the bottom of the field. But we have got 18 drivers running, and safety cars and VSCs I'm sure will play a part later on in the race if the weather does change. From this angle it doesn't look like it's raining, but it kind of is. It looks just a bit greasy out there. Shades of Turkey from 2020. How are we doing battery wise? Sygate's burnt a lot of his battery. Everybody else seems to be in a very good place at the moment. Barry trying to hang on to Mirror. Mirror is just driving away at the moment. Postal has got that move back on X427. X427 trying to go around the outside, holding the inside, but the Aston Martin on debute's got that place done, and a little bit sloppy on exit is the Kick Sauber. The Racing Bull a little bit tentative in Satoza, didn't really commit to the move. That is King Luke, and that's kind of put Luke on the back foot to the Ferrari behind him. But they all keep and maintain position for the time being. Ticci has caught roughly up to the back of Moncho as well, so Moncho being dragged into this. So we definitely got our leading two pulling away from everybody else. Pipetech is just dropping off the back but holding station to Moncho, and we have got Moncho brought back into this as well. J5 Gaming has got past Jevy. I think Jevy's made a bit of a mistake, so McLaren up another position. I think the problem these guys are going to have are the intermediate tyres will start to burn out, I feel, if there's not enough water coming down. And by the looks of things, there really isn't a lot of water coming down, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're not too far away. I think we're going to have a very unusual race here in terms of the weather and the effect it's going to have on the drivers. Barry's got back inside at 1 second to mirror, so Barry's definitely stronger by the looks of things through that first part of first sector and a little bit of start of the second sector. D Summers 26.8. We saw the pace that he had in clean air the last couple of races. But because of how close the field is at times, it is very competitive, so good qualifying in EU2 is now becoming quite important so that you don't get caught up in these opening laps. DRS is enabled. I did think we're going to get it fairly soon, so that indicates that we are very close. There is no more rain out there, so I think we should see everybody diving into the pits. It'll be interesting to see what tyres people go onto, whether it's going to be the medium or the hard tyre, but potential of double stacking quite a bit. I think Kick Sauber the only ones at the moment, and maybe the Aston Martins. Barry's come in. Mira chose to stay out, which is in quite a few other people are all diving into the pits, so we have action for the first time. Kick Sauber's lost the front wing. Everybody's braking a little bit early. There is the board. I think we've got some front wings that need to be changed, so both Hasses stay out on lap 6. Ticci has not stayed out. X427 has also decided to stay out. So everybody else has dived in so far. Barry has come out. I will put the tyre graph up so you can see lots on the mediums and the hards. Sygate's gone to the soft tyre though, the only one that has gone to the soft tyre. A yellow flag. Has someone decided just to lit the rears up as they come out of the pits? That would probably be my thinking. I will put up to the gap to these, so it should be interesting. 29 seconds roughly between Mira and Barry. So Barry's going to see if he could try and pit and undercut the Haas. Even the hard tyres look like they're a little bit stronger, especially through this middle sector. There you go, another chunk taken out of Mira's in, so he's going to have to respond. We got a yellow flag. That's for Mira's gone past. No, he hasn't. Oh, saved, I think. Who is it that is in trouble? It was an Aston Martin. I think it was Pipetech. The fact that he's dropped all the way down behind his teammate is Pipetech. No front wing. So Mira's been saved because I'm pretty sure Barry was going to get past him. The problem is now for Barry's got the other two coming in as well, but he should go past those guys as well. So annoyingly for Barry, I think Mira's got away with that one just because it was looking very ominous. We were going to see a position swap for the lead. So safety car is out. I'll be surprised to see if anybody else come in. Ticci's coming off the medium tyres, probably going to stick on the hards. We'll lose track position. Pipetech's obviously coming. He will have to go to the mediums though, so it's kind of really ruined Pipetech's race that. Just to remind, no boys retired in the. No, what are you doing? Retiring in the pits for? It's a safety car. Come on. Don't let me down like this. Yeah, because we've had wet conditions, the drivers don't have to use 2 sets of dry tyre compounds. They can now literally run the hards to the end of the race without having to stop. King Luke has decided to pit off the hard tyre, so is he going to go to the mediums? I'll see if this is front wing damage. Hopefully it's not. It's not. He's just going to go to another set of hards. Okay. Is it going to be that tight at the end of the race? Sidegate's sensibly is coming off the soft tyre. Yeah, I thought that would be a good idea. Right, penalty wise, Siegate did have 10 seconds. Rob is the only one with a track limit penalty as of yet. This gives me a perfect opportunity to talk to you guys about constructors. Which a bit of a recap on the driver's side of things. And we'll head to the constructors because it's all been updated. So, constructors wise, Haas are leading the way thanks to Mira and to Andre. They lead by 15 points over Kick Sauber. That was mainly last week because Kick Sauber were ahead. Haas made a 20-point jump over everybody else. So 81 plays 66 to Kick Sauber. Then it's quite tight, quite close. Williams 48, McLaren 41, Mercedes and Red Bull both on 40, Aston Martin on 32, Racing Bulls on 26 and Ferrari on 21. Alpine down in 9th. Sorry, not 9th, down in 10th place and are on 9 points. Shane and Havoc. Connor. Mira won last week and quite convincingly at Jeddah, where we had 17 drivers and it was as incident packed as you thought it would be. So in inclement weather conditions at Sao Paulo, Mira was also in 3rd place. Silverstone, he didn't race. Spa opening round also didn't race. So it's really since round 3. He has decided to step in. We'll check that. He has done 2 races and won 1 and finished 3rd. So Barry is a little bit further down, but again, also only done a couple of races. So those have been the guys that we've been looking to. Safety car is in this lap and Mira will go again. DRS is enabled after the intermediate start that we had for the first few laps, so hopefully we'll get away clean. There's quite big gaps being left throughout the field. I have a feeling Mira may leave this to the last minute because it is quite a long way down to turn 1 and he's gone. It's okay and Barry's following him. X427 made a great start though past Andre already. Barry's closing in. We could see him move round the outside into turn 1. Barry, and Miro side by side. Just about keep it pointing in the straight line between them. That's the first attack we've seen between these two. In terms of wheel to wheel, X427 now close behind, so the field not as spread as it was on the open lap. The kick salvers made a mistake in the background, and Andre's taken advantage of that and has moved up into P3. Kick salvers really in trouble because now Moncho and it looks like Shane's going to go side by side up to Piratella. No, Shane doesn't quite get through, but the Mercedes does. Moncho on the medium tyre, so quicker warm up on this first lap, and we'll look to have the tyre advantage for the opening stage of this stint. Shane also on the medium tyre as well, Pipe Tech and a few others further down, but these two are on the mediums in the top 10, and Shane putting pressure on the kick salvo as we run down to Razza. Also Postal was getting a bit punchy as well, close behind, so Mirror does lead, but Barry is close behind, and so is Andre as well. 1:20.0 on the hard tyres, first proper flying lap on the dry tyres, so that lap time's going to keep coming further and further down. No moves made into turn 1, so we've got a top 8 and a bit of a gap down to D Summers, who is going to try and close the gap with King Luke close behind. Pretty tight so far, no real drama at the moment. Rob is in and he's got front wing damage. We didn't quite see that, but we did see the yellow flag. Postal and Shane, Postal to the outside of Shane. The Aston Martin on debut looks to be mixing it in with some of the big boys of the tier. Keeps hold of that position though, does Postal, so that's important for his race. Shane needs to try and get past on, a little bit wide through Aqua Minerale, but he's managed to keep it in front. He's got damage to the left hand side, has the Alpine. Hopefully it's not affecting him too badly and can stay out pretty tidy through the Variante Alta. So Postal under pressure from Shane, who's got damage, but Shane looks to be okay so far. Probably will need to stop anyway, so he's going to have to try and hang those medium tyres out and keep that stop. Miro 1:19.3, dropped another Barry by another couple of attempts. That DRS down to the first corner. J5 Gaming is closing in, but not enough at the moment. Shane just about gets it stopped, but will compromise his exit through Tamburello. Meanwhile, X427 looks to get past Moncho. Moncho's had a good start, but now the hard tyres are starting to warm up a little bit, and X427 is looking to try and get back at the Mercedes. Pretty frantic as we come to expect after a VSC or safety car restart. And just over a third of the way through the race so far. Just to remind you, intermediate conditions was the start of the race for the drivers. They all pitted in about lap 6 or lap 7, then the safety car came out and saved a couple. Mira, Andre, X427, all benefactors of that, and now they are on the hard tyre or the medium tyre. The hard tyre is probably going to look to try and go to the end. Shane has picked up 3 seconds with that front wing damage. He's got it massively wrong through Ravazza, and it's compromised his run. He has stayed out though. He's still in amongst the runners. Good qualifying from Shane, but now that front wing damage could be affecting his performance. King Luke is seeing, and Shane's got that too hot. And he's nearly collected the Aston Martin of Pipe Tech as well. I was just praising to say he had a good qualifying. He's just been caught out by the slipstream. So it's broken that group up a little bit, as we see though, all the way down from anybody inside the top 10 can probably think themselves to be involved. It's a long way to go on these tyres. I will be expecting probably everybody to maybe pit again. Is that rain? No, it's not rain, it's just the grainy. I thought we were going to have rain again for a second. So Barry dropped back behind both. Oh, that's basically 2 laps. So Barry's been stronger through the first sector. Mira's just pumped in fast lap of the race and pretty much drained all his battery. So just to protect himself from DRS, which is what his teammate wasn't able to do, because Moncho is now up into 3rd place. He's had a couple of strong results this season and looks, we're hoping to be picking up another one. Sliding though through the second part of the Variante Villeneuve. So as you were prior to the safety car, we've got basically the front 2 leading away, fluctuating between about half a second to 2 seconds, and then everybody else kind of dropping off. Swap down at Ferrari, so that Dougie can use those hard tyres to good effect, because he'll look to be going towards the end of the race on that set. Shane has calmed down a little bit by the looks of things, only a second off Cygate, so that's all good. Pipetech's not been able to close in on Tichy, which is surprising because of the medium tyre on the hard tyre, unless he picked up front wing damage. Running into Shane, no, doesn't look like it. So meanwhile Andre not able to get back past Moncho. Gap to the lead is growing by quite a bit, 2.5 seconds between Mira and Barry. No, it's unravelling very quickly. Shane, come on, you can do it. I believe you're my ex-co-commentator, and I will show a bit of favouritism, that's fine. How's J5 gang getting on? There's 2 new boys up against each other. And Postal's kind of holding them at arm's length at the moment, despite being out of the DRS. Very close to actually getting back within DRS. There's a mistake, Andre, and X427 off. I don't know what happened there. We were too busy watching, see if Postal was going to fight J5 Gaming. Postal down towards the Ravazza. It's going to be close to see. Interesting to see who's picked up DRS, because that was a very long way down. It won't be Postal, but we've got enough battery to burn. X427 has dived into the pits. And Andre has lost the position to the McLaren. D-Sun was running a little bit wide through the first bit of Tamarello, but now she's sorted out. So Postal now up into P4. Has he got the pace to catch Moncho? That is the question we'll be asking. Looks like Luke's thinking about sizing down a move on the Williams of D Summers. There will be a little bit of contact between the two. Luke and D Summers then burning both of them on the exit. D Summers still side by side through Luke. Luke's going to try and hold it into Piratella. And the racing ball is through as we head down into Aqua Minerale. Luke, brave, bit robust, but I think you're going to have to make, if you want to make places up in this race, you're going to have to make moves a little bit robust around this track. You can't just keep waiting for turn 1 and the DRS all the time. So that was a move over turn 8 and turn 9. Panda's in trouble. That is on the exit of Variante Outer and hasn't got a front wing this time, though. Doesn't bring out the safety car, the VSC. And I tell you what, quite a few people diving into the pits. Montreal Postal, J5's in there as well. Just those 3, they were all running next to each other, so that's an interesting decision to possibly come in. Shane's come in to probably replace that front wing. That's a good choice, because it would reduce. Oh, X427 done it again, speeding it, drive-through penalty for VSC, and I tell you what, I think that's our second place man as well. It is. Barry's also got one as well. Disaster for Barry. So, I'll be honest, it's mirrors to lose, really. Once again. Absolute disaster for two of our drivers. D Summers picked up a warning for track limits. Panda sped into the pit lane as well. It all kicked off there as the VSC went green. We've got someone else in trouble down there. It looks to be like a Mercedes or a Kick Sauber. I'm trying to find them. Sorry, everybody. I think it was a Kick Sauber. It's Moncho. Was it Moncho? Possibly. Barry's come in to serve his drive-through penalty, so it leaves the podium places up for grabs. Shane has got another 3 seconds, but is lying in P14. I'm trying to think where everybody is, because that was all just chaotic. Andre and Luke. Oh, I tell you what, pretty messy between the two. D Summers needs to be careful that he doesn't get tripped over and always goes down the inside. He's going to do to Luke what Luke did to him a few moments ago. As they run up to Piratelli, he's going to make that move down the inside. Luke's had that done to him before. Oh, Luke with the switchback though underneath, heading down to Aqua Minerale. He's going to try and hold it round the outside. 2x2 through here is pretty brave. And somehow all three. No, Luke's picked up and just slammed into the wall. I don't know if there was contact or not, but it looked like he just got very tricked. The rear just lit up and he spun round. Disastrous for Luke. I'm going to be interested to see where he's going to put himself. Going to put himself there, is he? He just resigned and staying out of the way. Shane, you know the white lines that you go around the track in? You need to try and keep between those, because I'm pretty sure that's your 12th. Oh, that's your 15 seconds. Sygate, meanwhile, trying to look to go past Tichy, who's looking to go past Pipe Tech. So it's all kicked off in the last couple of laps then. Barry, who was in P2, picked up a drive-through penalty with the VSC going green again. Luke's just dropped out from a promising podium position. We couldn't really see what camera angle we had, but it looked like the tyres of that racing bull lit up. So once again, P3 is slightly open. Mirror leads the way quite comfortably once again. He did last week control the race. However, I think this week it's been slightly gifted to him a little bit by people's unfortunate circumstances and their own doing. But no, we're not going to take it away from what he does. X427 is currently getting lap lengths while there's a yellow flag out. So D Summers finds himself in P2. Bear in mind, he pitted on the first lap with front wing damage. So D Summers has done very well. Somebody ran wide. It's Pipe Tech in the Aston Martin. He's run wide. He's got to be careful though with the rejoin, because everybody else is about to come to the back of him. Barry's now managed to avoid him. We'll go past possibly with DRS. Yep. So J5 Gaming also could do as well as his teammate. So quite crucial mistake there made by Pipe Tech. Here comes his teammate. By the looks of things, is Postal. So again, all of a sudden, just magically just kicks off. This is what EU2 has provided with us so far this season. I'm going to keep an eye on the gap front. I know it's 12.4 seconds. I'm going to see if D Summers can either match or just not lose too much time to Mirror, because he did show great pace once in clean air, but Mirror just too strong at the moment through the latter part of the second sector and the final sector. The Aston Martins have swapped around. Wow, Postal getting really snappy on the exit. Dougie and Barry. Dougie and Barry. Dougie's off. It's compromised J5 and Postal's now up into P8. Oh, this is what I'm saying. These Summers 10 seconds. It's just little mistakes like that isn't helping. That is a Williams of Rob going slow. D Summers is coming in, pitted onto the medium tyre. Red Pan has picked up 3 seconds. It's like a tear full of my ex-co-commentators, this. D Summers, X427, Shane. Fred Panda. Quite a few of them. Pretty sure I've done a stint with Tichy as well at some point. So Haas lead 1-2, which is a little bit surprising. Tichy's got himself into P3 and kept himself out of danger. So the question is, are some of these guys going to come in and make a stop? We don't know. Tichy did make a small mistake there on the exit of the Variante Alta. That's Tichy's side gate, and then we got Moncho will probably go to the end. Postal's tyres will be crying by the end, but we'll look to go to the end as well. And same for J5 Gaming. Tichy has come in as expected. Barry's probably going to have to come in again, unfortunately, to make his pit stop at some point, but he's chosen not to as of yet because he's still got DRS to the car in front. Tichy has changed. He's onto the medium tyres. They can go medium if they want to. We started in wet conditions, so drivers don't need to use both sets of the dry compound. It is not required. Shane has got past. Pipe Tech's going to come filing out, possibly into some space, but it will have a fast approaching King Luke closing in. We'll get up and run. It's been quite a dramatic EU2 race. Mira has pitted. I'm not surprised. I think Andre will as well. And stop unless Andre wants to take the lead and say, "Oh, I've led a lap with EU2 at Imola." Oh, he is going to do that. So Andre goes past. Sygate is also going to go through past Mira, and Moncho is also going to go out ahead of Mira. So Mira's going to have to pass Moncho because Moncho has pitted. So needs to be a little bit of a challenge for what was our race leader, but he is on brand new set of medium tyres, which should be good. We should be easy. Barry has come in and gone to the medium tyre and will file out possibly ahead of Pipe Tech. It's going to be pretty tight on the XE. He wants to come out ahead of Pipe Tech for the sake of his own race, because he still could get some points towards the end here. Tichy has got Dougie and D Summers. Dougie is on 17 up of hard tyres. Shane has dropped it but not out, so that's all right. Overheating of the rears was my understanding. I was hearing from some people. Mira's being very patient, but you can see the traction that he's able to get through the last corner. So it's going to be pretty easy for Mira. DRS to the inside and au revoir back into what I would think would be the provisional lead, because the other two in front are going to have to do an awesome job to stay out and stay ahead. Luke's picked up 3 seconds. Dougie's pitted, which is kind of what I expected. And all of a sudden, we kind of just spread out a little bit for the first time in the race this evening. So let's have a quick look for those that are joining us. Oh, that is Postal. It's Postal. Both the Aston Martin struggling. So at the moment, Sygate and Andre have made big positions. but they will probably need to pit again. A few guys have made a couple of positions here and there. Tichy's gone down, but probably will look to fight back through. Big losers have been X427, Barry with his drive-through, and Pipe Tech as well. But a few gainers, which is good. Well, congratulations, Blades, if that's what you want. So we've got Mirror past Cygate. Moncho's going to follow as well. And to be fair, Moncho's got himself a big DRS of Mirror for the time being. We'll probably see the gap grow out now and through the middle sector. Mirror's used a lot of battery though to do so. Probably one of the things he does need to be a little bit better on is that battery management, especially around tracks like this where it can get used quite a bit. D Summers is up. Andre and Postal coming to put on their sets of mediums for the last 7 or 8 laps. Barry is up into P7. If you can try and close the gap to Tichy, that would be a fantastic effort, considering all the things that's happened in the race. Mainly that drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. That's the one that's probably killed him the most. But otherwise he's going to have to confine to P7. Postal has got past Shane on the run-up to Piratella on those brand new... Oh, Shane's into the wall! We just saw it. I'm surprised it hasn't brought out a yellow flag. I just lost it on exit as Postal went past. So the second time this evening, Shane will need to go and pit and place his front wing. So Cygate's still out there on the hard tyre. I'm going to be intrigued to see what he does, because I think they're going to go pop. We saw Austin try and do it last week, and they also eventually went pop. Andre is still in DRS of Barry, to be fair. Shane has put on the soft tyre. Why not? Oh, and what's that? King Luke's round, spinning the other way. That possibly was contact with Postal, because I did catch the end of that, but I don't want to make too many accusations. Dougie has taken advantage of that. Yes, Wizard, your brother is doing okay. He's in P6. He's roughly been where he's been anyway for most of the race after that opening stint. He's been very quiet. And like, oh, is that Luke? Yeah, just lighting those tyres up. Luke, easy does it, because you've absolutely singed the tyre surface. Meanwhile, Pipe Tech is past Chevy. That's for P9. Andre's got past Barry, so yeah, I did think that. Nearly caused an international incident. I don't know where that is, or where is Luke has retired in the pits. Not surprising towards this stage of the race. It is very frustrating. Not much you can do. Likelihood of a VSC or safety car coming out is very small. So Barry hasn't got the pace to Andre. I didn't think I'd be saying that. J5 Gaming, meanwhile, up into the podium places. Cygate's still out there. Oh, he nearly killed his teammate. Brilliant. That's fantastic. I'm sure I'll get told about that one later. And so Cygate's still out there on those hard tyres. He's got 5 laps to try and make them last to the end. He's got 5 seconds over to D Summers, who's got a time penalty, so that gives him a little bit of a buffer. D Summers is going well though in P5 at the moment. Gap to lead, 7.3 seconds. Pretty comfortable out there for Mira when Moncho is also on the alternate tyre compared to him. Let's see what J5 Game can do. Can he close the gap to Moncho? Running a superb debut race so far. Sygate's still hanging in there at the moment. That we need to watch that gap between himself and D Summers, because that's only going to get, I think, worse in Sygate's worse for Sygate as the race goes on, and he is still under fueled as well with 4 and a bit laps to go. Considering we've had a safety car and a VSC, that is slightly concerning. Andre closing that gap down to Tichy, but it's not going to be enough. But showing good pace with those mediums on. He's on 3 lap old mediums. However, and everybody else, it looks to be pretty sealed up for a lot of other people. I say that there's a yellow flag. I'm guessing it's for Shane. No, I'm horrible. I'm not going to do that again. It is for. Who was that for? Possibly Rob. The fact he's got front wing damage would suggest to me that it was Rob. So Mirror just coasting his way through. Nothing crazy. Moncho at the moment keeping J5 at arm's length. So it's the gap between Sygate and D Summers then we've got to watch out for, because that is coming down quite quickly comparatively. Postal has got back ahead of Pipetech, who's shown slightly stronger pace than his teammate, apart from a couple of half incidents. Just drove a very nice debut race. We'll go back to watching the Williams of D Summers then, whilst there's not really much going on for the moment. For the first time we've so it's been pretty chaotic. So 2 laps, it'll be 2 laps to go then. Mirror leads, gap is growing again. Another strong performance from that Haas driver. The gap between D Summers and Sygate is coming down. I think Sygate's going to just have enough laps to keep the place anyway, regardless, because D Summers is going to have to get ahead of Sygate's got 13 seconds of penalties. That's going to drop him down to Andre. Barry's dropped back to by 3 seconds to Andre. Andre's showing good pace in this final stint. Tichy's not doing too bad, closing in, but it's not probably going to be enough at the moment. The Aston Martins are having a bit of fun. Line astern in 9th and 10th. They're pretty safe in terms of being attacked by everybody else. They're probably going to finish in those 2 positions, and then it gets a bit messy further down because of all the penalties, etc., that we have to take advantage of. 2.2 seconds behind Shane, and that is growing as well. D Summers, meanwhile, as we go past Aqua Minerale up towards the Variante Alta, Tichy is closing in. Not enough to make a charge at the end. D Summers could try and set up a move on track to get past Sygate into turn 1. Here we go then, better exit then from the Williams driver. We're going to go on board with D Summers. Oh, it's just easy, didn't even bother. Halfway down the straight, got it done. So there you go then, D Summers into P4. Sygate's going to have to save some fuel because it's going to get tight. So D Summers going to put the hammer down and try and open up a 3-second gap then on this last lap. The Aston Martins are probably going to swap again. No, they're going to hold position. Good work by the boys down there. Mira has led most of the race. Barry did challenge him a little bit before the VSC and the subsequent drive-through came out. But again, another brilliant display of driving from that Haas driver to make it back-to-back wins and takes round 5 of the EU2 Championship and extends his lead to his contenders. Moncho will come in a very respectable, and congratulations Moncho on your P2, another podium for you this season. J5 Gaming on debut picks up 3rd place. D Summers did try, he's going to possibly finish ahead of those guys. Tichy jumps up into 4th place. Sygate run out of fuel, which is kind of what I expected anyway. D Summers is currently in 6th. Andre's going to pip ahead of him. Barry in P8, quite distant P8 in the end for Barry. Pipe Tech is going to finish ahead of Postal. Well done, the Aston Martin boys down there. Double point score for you guys heading your way. Chevy just outside the podium places. Didn't see much of him, unfortunately, but I think P11 from where he was at one stage, he would take that. Well done. And then his teammate Dougie, not far behind as well. Ferrari boys doing all right. Red Panda comes across the line, last person to finish on the lead lap in P13. Would take that considering pitting on lap 1 with a first lap incident. A slightly calm end to the EU2 race there, considering the other 24 laps or so were absolutely frenetic. But it's Mira going back to back. It's quite ominous signs for everybody else in EU2 at the moment. Thank you as always, sir. All done. Driver of the day, Sygate, because he got the most overtakes as well. Mira was the winner, and fastest lap went down to X427. Down at Kick Sauber. Unfortunately, no bonus points for the fastest lap. Something I would like to try and get back. That'd be pretty good. So yeah, Mira goes back to back, takes another win for Haas, and extends his lead and their constructors in championship. Moncho and J5 Gaming rounding out the podium. Tichy 4th, Sygate, Andre, D Summers, Barry, Pipetech, Postal, and Chevy. Dougie, Panda, X427, Rob, Shane, and Luke all are classified. Oh, sorry, not classified. And then Luke, Nellboy, and Havoc Color all DNF'd. That will conclude this evening's proceedings. Thank you for everybody that popped in and said hello. Glad to see you. I said next week is round 6. These guys will be heading to Bahrain for round 6 of their championship before we take a week break after that. We may do something, but I will let you guys know about that at some point. AM2 will be on. I believe AM2 are tomorrow, if I haven't got that wrong. Rob's going to probably just tell me off at some point, but I know it's tonight. But AM2 will be the next track, on-track action in Contest of Speed. They are 9 PM Eastern, 2 AM UK, and 3 AM Central European time. If you can join us, that would be amazing, because the AM2 guys have been working really hard to make that tier run as well as what it does. Next EU action is on Thursday. that is EU1. Slightly smaller grids than EU2, however, the racing is still top notch, so please come and join us for that. That would be fantastic. And then AM1 will follow EU1 soon after on Thursday. If you can't do any of those, please come back next week. That would be fantastic to have you all once again. EU2 will be at Bahrain. It's 9 PM UK time, 10 PM Central European time. If you are from across the pond, especially like Rob, who has been reserving for us and been doing the lovely stats, you're more than welcome to join us. That is 4 PM Eastern time if you have an early finish to your work or school day. Once the stream's done, it'll be on the Twitch channel and it'll be uploaded to YouTube if you want to use YouTube as your platform of choice. The Discord link is in the Twitch chat. We are more than welcome to have you aboard. EU2, as you've seen, it's filling out. EU1 has got plenty of spaces, so if you fancy joining us, you're more than welcome to. We will fit you in as soon as we can. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and good night.